Welcome back. This is our 8th video of AG3 Chapter 3. We are looking at what are some of the characteristics of the graph of f of x equals a times x minus p times x minus q. Let's start off with some quick definitions. We're going to be looking at the maximum value. It's when the graph opens down. It is the y part of the vertex. It'll be the maximum value of our function. So when we have a graph that's opening downward, in this example, our vertex is 2, 3. So notice that is the highest point of our graph. Our maximum value is the 3 because it comes from the y part of the vertex. So I would highlight the y part of the vertex for our maximum value. Similarly, when the graph opens upward, the minimum value is also the y part of the vertex. But this time it is the lowest value that we can get, the smallest. It is our minimal value. So in this example, our graph has a vertex at -2, -3. The y part of our vertex is -3, so the minimum value is -3. So we're looking at graphing a times x minus p times x minus q. The x-intercepts are the p and the q. Be careful though, like h, they are the opposite sign of the function when it's given to you. So let's look at a quick example. When we have f of x equals x plus 1, x minus 3, our p value is -1. It is the opposite of what it was in here. Our q value is 3. Once again, it is the opposite of what was in here. And really quickly, it should be noted that our a value is actually 1. We don't have any value here in front for a, so our a value is 1. I was trying to write, but it's just highlighted right now. So let's look at what this graph looks like when graphed. It's facing upward. Because a is a positive number, it's facing upward. And then here's our values for p and q. P is -1, q is 3. This is where it crosses the x-axis. That's why they're called x-intercepts. The axis of symmetry can be found by using the equation x equals p plus q divided by 2. So when we want to find the axis of symmetry, we plug in our values for p and q and divide those by 2 after we add them up. So in this example, p was -1, q is 3. We add them together and divide by 2 to get out 1. So our axis of symmetry is x equals 1. The graph will open upward when a is greater than 0 or positive. And when the graph opens down, it's because a is less than 0 or negative. Please write a summary. We talked about a new function, a times x minus p times x minus q. And from here we can find the axis of symmetry, our x-intercepts, and once we find the axis of symmetry, we can also find our vertex. Come find the assignment. It's labeled AG3 Chapter 3 Video 8. We have 6 problems that we're working on. In these problems, I want you to determine the x-intercepts, the axis of symmetry, and if the graph opens down or up for the following functions. You have 6 functions to look at.